Welcome back to the channel, friends. It's great to be here and I hope you're doing well. So I wanted to do another run of When the Light Dies, and namely because, the response from the community has been pretty darn good on the preview video I dropped. So I wanted to do another run and I wanted to showcase a specific weapon. So obviously we have the captain here as our only character available at this current point. The game is in early access, of course, but we do have the full gambit of weapons, at least for right now. And we're going to be using the machine gun today. So the machine gun is an awesome weapon. It really changes the dynamic of the playthrough, and I think you'll see what I'm getting at when we get in it. We did a run with the pistol, of course, and the shotgun in the preview video. We're going to use the machine gun now, and I'll show you how the dynamic can change. So let's pop on in. We're going to do Survive the Night. We're going to do difficulty level 1, which increases the enemy's health by 20%, but also gives us 2% additional currency. So we're going to hop right on in here, folks. And while we're hopping in, if you are enjoying the When the Light Dies here on the channel, please consider becoming a subscriber. I obviously kind of launched this game as a preview, right? And like I said, the response from the community has been good. So if you like these preview series and you want to see more of them, or if you like a game that I'm featuring in one of the preview series, please respond by liking and commenting. And, if you're enjoying the content and the production quality, consider helping me out by becoming a subscriber. I am a new channel here, of course, and, really it's just been a lot of fun. It's been great. And I have you fine folks to thank. So thank you so much for your viewership. I really do appreciate it. All right, so our first level up comes with a ability here. So Iron Skin, which is a defensive buff. We have Blood Contract, or we have Dark Grenade. Let's go with the Grenade. I want to showcase the Grenade. So in our first round, we did not have any offensive abilities, right? It was just the regen stuff. But with the Grenade, I think you'll see that it's actually pretty cool. Light-footed here, so movement speed increased by 10%. Let's definitely do that. So let's let a grenade rip there. Absolutely. And you see the machine gun, obviously, it's going to get more powerful as it gets upgraded, but it's a different dynamic altogether, if you ask me. I'm going to go with... Let's get the EXP gain increase. Why not? So the machine gun is obviously predicated on fire rates, but another thing to watch out for here is piercing. So piercing will obviously cause your bullets to go through the enemy, so we're taking that, and you see the piercing at work here already. So we're going to want to start considering a relocation here, but we're just getting some level ups. Stamina, I like stamina. Stamina is a thing that you're constantly low on in this game, or so I've learned, especially if you use heavy weapons like we are. So obviously our stamina is going down. If you can see this little bar right here, our stamina is going down as we use our machine gun. That's alright, you can operate without stamina, but stamina does allow you to run. We're going to go with sleight of hand here. Reloading time decreased by 15%. So that's real nice. Let's drop a grenade and then let's relocate here. So twin shot, this is where the machine gun starts to get really strong, is when you start adding additional projectiles. So we're going to do this, and then I'm going to go... let's see, let's go northeast here. Sleight of hand, yeah. I like the idea of kind of building a kit around, obviously, fire rate, which comes stock with the machine gun, but, quick reloads and piercing as well. So for our third ability, and we did get a third ability slot, you do that in the metagame, right? Unlocking the constellations. So we've done that a little bit here. Let's go with the temporarily increase the damage and fire rate. Sounds like a great idea for boss fights, for sure. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's get relocated to our next campfire. So Constitution. Otherwise, we can do Twin Shot as well. So this is also a feature that's unlocked in the metagame, right? The constellations. You can pin an ability. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pin this Twin Shot here. And we'll take the Constitution, but we'll pin the Twin Shot. And what this will do is it will maintain this at our next level up, right? And it will stay there until we choose it, essentially. So it's a way to kind of reserve an ability, if you will. I like that functionality. So you see the machine gun starting to really gain in effectiveness here. Obviously, we're just fighting rats, but heavy bullets, damage increased by 30%. My goodness, yeah, we're all over that. we're actually getting some pretty darn good abilities right now. So let's add a third projectile here, and now we're like in the Contra realm, right? Firing like the spread shot. If anybody knows the Contra games, what a great series Contra is, of course. Apple, yeah, we'll definitely take the apple. In fact, let's pound down one of these gins. Just feeling a little tipsy now. Yeah, if you are enjoying this game, obviously it's an early access game here on Steam. Like I said, I did a preview video on it not too long ago. Bullet duration increased by 30%. Let's do that. I mean, it's one of those gold tier skills, right? But yeah, so I did a preview video on this. The developer was nice enough to kind of reach out and hook this game up for free. And of course, with such a kind gesture like that, I felt it, the least I could do is just make a little preview video, right, to show my audience. So if you're interested in this game yourself, you can find it. I will drop a link to the game in the description box of the video. Feel free to click on in there and get it for yourself. Like I said, it's in early access right now. But it's still, it's a fantastic game. I think it has a lot of promise, right? So if we think about just how the machine gun itself, just a simple gun selection, how that changes the dynamic of an entire run. I'm going with light-footed here. Love the idea of moving faster so we can strafe around these enemies. But yeah, a single gun can change the dynamic of a run, right? So when we think long-term about this game, I'm thinking more characters. I'm thinking, obviously, different armaments for those characters, right? Like, let's get some laser guns. Let's get some flamethrowers. Let's get some just crazy weapons, right? And then also, maybe you can come up with some sort of like weapon modding system, or you know, materials that you can gain, and there's like a forge. Maybe there's a crafting system that you can implement where you can further customize your guns. I think it's becoming pretty apparent and obvious. Vampirism's a very good one to get. But I think it's becoming very obvious to me just in using the machine gun and having so much fun with it, right? That it's all about kind of your weapon selection. So this game is made very strong by the weapon selection, for sure. I think is what I'm trying to say, and the ability to sort of elevate that, I think, is a good way to maybe think about, you know, future updates of this game and what this game looks like as a final release title, right? All right, so let's relocate down here. It looks like we have a crate or a few barrels and obviously another campfire here. We have a wave inbound right now, so let's take care of this wave. Let's get to the campfire quickly. Let's light that bad boy up. Let's turn the lantern off to preserve fuel. Obviously, the lantern fuel is something that fleets quickly in this game. And let's just spray and pray. Punishing shot. Crit damage increased by 60%. Or reload time down. And then increase move speed. Man, I like all these. I'll go with sleight of hand. Like I said, I love the idea of just reloading super fast. And it looks like we're kind of getting there where our reloading is very quick. Reload fast, shoot fast, right? But yeah, look at the machine gun just lay waste to these enemies here. Active ability cooldown reduced by 3%. I don't really need that. I think this is a re-roll, so it will re-roll all of these. Let's see what this does. All right, we get movement speed again. I will certainly take movement speed. Love the prospect of movement speed. Piercing shot. I don't like the bronze piercing shot. I'll go with accurate shot. Crit hit rate, right? We can't complain about that. But we are just splattering these mice here, folks. There's a lot of them, but the machine gun is holding its own. Fire rate, absolutely. We'll take fire rate. All right, so let's start considering a relocation here. We're going to do that to the west, where there's a few more campfires. Let's get our lantern on so we don't go insane. Even Even though we pretty much already are insane. Sanity's at 0. A twin shot. Yeah, we'll add another projectile. Let's do it. Gotta find some lantern fuel, undoubtedly. Maybe these barrels can prove worthy. So here's one here. We have a blizzard coming, so we definitely need to get to a campfire. Gin. Yeah, we'll take some gin. So when a blizzard arrives, of course, you do go immediately cold, which damages you, right? And obviously visibility is a problem. But we're going to trek toward this campfire here. And we got it. And here comes the enemies. So obviously the enemy composition is much more challenging this time around, and that's because we are clinically insane. So we're going to have to kind of clear out around the campfire and then get that thing lit up. Heavy bullets here. It does decrease our fire rate, but the 15% damage increase is really hard to deny. So let's get this lit up quick. All right, perfect. Feeling much better now. Let's get the green orbs. Give us a little more experience. Dropped by more advanced enemies, of course. Alright, evasion by 10%. Max health or experience gain. I'll do the experience gain. Max health was a bit tempting there. See if we can get some of the sanity back. So if you hold down spacebar with the book equipped, you will simply read pages of the book and your sanity will increase. Good way to restore some sanity. And then obviously if you're not moving or doing actions, your stamina increases as well. We can use stamina to run. You need sanity to use your special skills. So I will throw on the one that increases damage and fire rate. You can see this at work with the machine gun here. Right? Just destroys everything. Alright, so where are we going next? Looks like there's a barrel and a campfire to the north here. North and slight west. A fast draw. Long shot. Let's go with fast draw. Get that fire rate back up. It's a trivial amount of damage decrease. That's okay. Let's carve our way up to this next campfire here. Yeah, I was just kind of like screwing around with this game, and I was like, all right, let's check out that machine gun I unlocked, right? And then I jumped into a battle with it, and I was like, wow. The machine gun is a lot of fun to use, and I think if you're interested in a game like this, I think you would find that the machine gun's quite fun to use as well. You kind of feel like the hunter versus the hunted, if you know what I mean. Alright, let's clear out this barrel here, and let's scavenge it quickly. Let's get it quickly. Eagle Justice and the Light Within. Nothing that really benefits us here. Got a lot of experience on the field. I'm going to hang around and get that experience, I think. And then book it to the campfire here. So let's go. Pound down some gin. And here's the campfire here. When you're wandering around in the dark, your sanity greatly decreases, right? And obviously the campfire helps keep your body temp up as well. Temperature gauge right here. So let's restore our sanity. We have 15 seconds until the boss wave. So I think the plan will be to sort of just hover around this campfire here, fight off the enemies, and then we're going to go west. The west is safety. Let's see how the boss likes just machine gun to the face, though, right? It's just taking massive damage right now. All right, let's keep going here. Start heading west. Carve a path. All right, we have Constitution. We have critical chance. Let's go Constitution. All right, here's a campfire right here. Let's get this lit up as quickly as we can. All right, good deal. Looking good, feeling good. I don't think this boss is long for this world. No, he is not. Can we get to the crate quick? All right, so made good time there. About 10 minutes. Took down 900 enemies. Did some good damage. Now what you want to do, so once you defeat the boss, the stage is cleared, right? And each campaign has 3 stages. So you could go back to the main menu here and forfeit your progress. We're not going to do that. We're going to go continue. And what it will do is it will put you in stage 2. Stage 2 will feature more challenging enemies. And obviously another boss fight at the end of the 5 waves, right? So 5 normal waves, 1 boss wave. That's how it works. Eagle Justice. I just don't need it in my inventory. All right, so let's defend our campfire. We're just having a little, you know, s'mores, right? We're making s'mores here. And we are being disrupted by the creatures of the desert, the wasteland, whatever the sort of terrain is. We are being disrupted. We're just trying to make some s'mores, bro. Like, come on. And we make our s'mores with Reese's peanut butter cups here, folks. That's how we do. Let me know if you dig that. I know I do. In fact, you can get one of them Reese's big cups, you know, the ones that are like 4 or 5 inches thick, right? Put one of those in between a few grams with a few marshmallows, man, and you are sitting pretty, I tell you. All right, so let's proceed. Let's proceed east here. Crit damage plus 20%, health, crit chance. Yeah, we'll take crit chance for sure. All right, let's go. And obviously, we got these new little spiky guys. They seem to be they seem to have 4 legs, kind of like that of a corrupted dog or something, corrupted wolf. Hard to say exactly what the enemy is, but you don't want them to get on you. They do a bunch of melee damage if they get on you. They're a little slower moving, a little tankier, of course. Reloading time, yeah, we're all over this. But they can certainly do a ton of damage if they get on you. I learned that firsthand. All right, let's get our sanity back. Then obviously we have a good cache of stuff up north here. All right, we're going to grab some experience, and then you bet we're going to head to the next campfire up here to the north. Maybe I can grab this box here quick. We'll see. I could really use some torch fuel, or lantern fuel, I should say. Twin shot. Yeah, we're going to go with this. Add some more projectiles to our fire rate. Absolutely. You bet. So let's see if we can scavenge this quickly. And isn't it glorious here, folks? Isn't it glorious? Just absolutely annihilating everything in your path. We're just doing kind of small circles here, taking everything out in our way. We're defending this box with our life. Vampirism. Otherwise, there's another projectile, but minus 10% decreased damage is hard. I'm going to go with Vampirism here. Vampirism's actually very good. Alright, so we get some rum. Could more use the gin. But there's so much experience here, it would be a shame to abandon this area without picking it all up. So let's go in a bit larger circles. Let's grab experience orbs whilst killing. Let's do that. Crit damage by 60%. Yeah, absolutely. Alright. So looking good, feeling good. Getting level ups, taking names, just crushing. So let's go. Alright, we are going to be relocating here. Looks like we got another treasure chest. We have water, 50 stamina and 20 health. Okay, very nice. So what we'll do is we'll replace it for the rum, and then we'll just go ahead and consume the rum. When they're all bunched up like this, it's kind of hard not to just solve it the old-fashioned way, right? With a bunch of lead. Tough skin. Yeah, we can go with tough skin. Alright, let's get this campfire lit up. Make sure you turn off your lantern after you light a campfire. Got a lot of these little armored crawly dudes. That's what we'll call them, the armored crawly dudes. I'm sure they have a more technical name, maybe even a more scientific name, but we're going with armored crawly dudes on this channel here. Alright, we have a blizzard coming. So we're going to need our campfire for sure. Let's get some sanity back. Blizzard comes in. We're unable to see during the blizzard. But you notice the enemy comp, right? So the composition of the enemy is different when you have sanity versus when you don't have sanity, right? Looks like we have one of these big tanky dudes here. Alright, so our campfire is gone. Alright, so let's relocate quickly. Up to the next campfire, you bet. Alright, lantern oil. This is big time here. So let's consume the gin. Grab the lantern oil and actually consume the other unit of gin as well. Once the blizzard ends, which will be real soon here, we'll be sitting nice and pretty on body temp. And then we can just focus on the mission at hand, which is of course just eradicating all these fools. Let's go. Those tanky guys sure do take a lot of hits. That's where piercing kind of comes in, right? So, mental connection. When killing an enemy with the last bullet, recover 15 sanity or experience gained by 15%. What level are we anyways? It should be displayed somewhere. I'll go with mental connection. Sometimes it can bail you out, especially with the skill that increases fire rate, right? It can be very, very strong. So now the enemy comp is a little bit different because we basically had no sanity left, right? So we're gonna get a pretty strong wave here, I would assume. I got a mouse chewing on my ankles here. Alright, where's the next campfire? Looks like it's northwest. So let's head in that direction, but we do have lantern fuel, so we can certainly just stay here and fight these guys for a little bit. You don't want to get surrounded. You want to stay moving. Getting surrounded is pretty much instant death. So stay moving and kill the guys closest to you. And then once you have that solved, go for the big pile, alright? Especially with piercing damage. At least that's what I've been doing. Alright, we are outputting a lot of gunpowder here. Alright, fast trigger, fire rate up, you bet. Alright, so a lot of experience on the board here. I think we should probably get this. Let's use our lantern fuel, you bet. Wow, look at all this experience, man. I wish it wasn't such a chore to get this. I think a way to improve this game is to create some kind of mechanism for collecting all the experience that you rightfully earn, right? Like, look at all this stuff. Alright, so now we have the boss wave incoming. Sleight of hand, reloading time down, you bet. I might have just gone dark magic there. Dark magic resistance, that is. Alright, so now we are freezing. Alright, let's get to the campfire. But yeah, I had to basically reroute because, you know, I needed to get that experience. I suppose it is kind of an aspect of the game, right? It does add to the challenge of the game. I don't know, maybe I wish that the pickup radius was just a little larger. I think there's an opportunity there somewhere, for sure. Alright, so we are just frozen solid here. What do we get? Well, we get a book. Alright, I gotta get to this campfire here. We gotta get there in due time. Alright, here we go. This is a good spot to post it up and fight the boss for a little bit. Alright, looking good. Feeling good. Lantern off. Let's go. Gotta get these big guys out of here. These meat shields. Reloading time decreased by 20%. Yes. All right, let's get back to the campfire. Restore that body temp just a little bit. Can't be out here frozen and expect success, right? Chainsaw. This is what you call the chainsaw right here, folks. I don't know if this boss can hang much longer with us. Well, we're going to relocate and kill him at the same time. Especially because we are getting chilly here. Alright, good old campfire. And down goes the boss. Alright, so we are level 43. Alright, looking good. 1,424 enemies eradicated in that one. And now we're on stage 3 of 3. You will see the enemy composition get even more challenging in this one. So let's go. Eagle Justice. I'm just not interested. We've already got a good book. Water. Yeah, we'll take some water. Alright, what do you got? The machine gun kind of like stun locks the enemies, it appears, just a little bit. Like with the... Like there's a stunning effect when the enemy gets shot, right? Where they move slower, it kind of feels like. Yeah, ideally we are just simply right on our campfire. Moving in small circles, just taking out anything that gets close. Some of these like zombie looking dudes, those guys can actually take some hits. And they're pretty strong. Alright, so the next campfire is south, slight east. So that's kind of the direction we're going to be taking this in. Let's get our lantern on. And let's head in that direction. Alright, so the wave has been survived. Alright, let's read up. Actually, we don't need to. It's probably best to just stand still so we get some stamina back. Got the squishies coming in here. See you later, squishies. Alright, mental connection. Looks like we have our pin function back and our reroll back as well. Good to know. Let's reroll this. Twin shot. Yes. You pay a much smaller penalty with the silver version, so let's do that. Absolutely. Let's get our lantern on here and plan our next relocation. So it looks like we have some space here to the north, slight east. So I think that's where we're going to go, but I don't want to leave too much experience on the board here. Alright, keep rolling here, keep rolling. Let's get to our next campfire securely and feel good about it, but I don't know, it's kind of hard when they're all bunched up on you and you know you can take them out quickly, right? You kind of find yourself just getting caught up. Maybe a little greedy is a good word for it. Greedy for experience. Alright, let's hustle. Our sanity's doing fine. Scavenge this quick. We have gin, so that is important to hold on our person here, given the temperature implications. So let's consume the water, get some stamina back, and light up the campfire for the sake of our body temp. Turn off the lantern, of course. Good things happen around the campfire here, folks. Fire rates up by 10%. Yeah, we'll do it. Alright, so our next move is going to be So it looks like we could go north, or we could go northwest. More due west than north, though, of course. Alright, the wave is done, so now it's time to move. Alright, let's book it north. Yeah, so we got another campfire right here. I'm gonna go for this one for sure. The barrel does draw closer. We do have a blizzard coming in. And the enemy is right on us. Alright, whiskey. Whiskey's very good to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my water. I'm going to hold on to the whiskey here. I'm going to use the water, and then we're going to run to our next campfire here. Carving a path. Let's go. Alright, the stamina's gone. Body temp is suffering. Alright, here's a campfire in the nick of time here. And the wave of enemies that follow, my goodness. See how much fun this machine gun is, though? Do you understand why I was like, I have to make a video using the machine gun? Using the pistol and the shotgun in the preview video, just, it doesn't do the game justice. I think this game has a lot of potential. Let's get that body temp back up. Alright, our next move is going to be probably to the north here. This is the 5th of the 6 waves, meaning the boss wave is next. So let's get into a good position here. Focus a little less on experience gain, more on motion and movement. So we have 2 campfires up here, kind of close to one another, it appears at least. Alright, so here is one campfire. Let's get this all lit up. Do a little standoff here, and then of course we have the next, just continuing on the path to the northwest. So we'll have 35 seconds of fun here at this campfire. I'm just making some s'mores, man. I don't know what the big deal is. Don't know why you guys are trying to kill me. I'm just trying to enjoy a campfire. Alright, area expansion. So this does increase the blast radius of your grenade, but we're not really using the grenade. Our machine gun is much more effective. Grenade takes sanity to use, and I find myself on the insane side of things, I should say, excuse me, more often than not in this game, for sure. Alright, boss arrives here in 37 seconds, so we're going to have some time to get our sanity back. Grab some experience, of course. And also relocate. So let's get the relocation efforts in place and get reading that book. Any lantern fuel left? Very little. Alright, looks like we're gonna maybe just get there. Just barely get there. Yeah, we're gonna just barely get there, and the boss is going to be on us. So here we go. Let's take him out. Let's close out this one with the W here. What do you say? Got a few apples on us if our health gets in trouble here. This is also where vampirism obviously comes into effect. There's a small percent chance of it proccing off, but when you're killing as many enemies as we are, it's going to do good things for us ultimately. Watch out for the creepy crawly here. Another level up. Another round of vampirism. Don't mind if I do. I was just kind of talking about it, and then we get it. The universe works in mysterious ways, doesn't it? Yeah, the boss is not liking this chainsaw right here. Chainsaw the boss down. Let's go. Pound down that apple, you bet. Take down some gin. Our hero here has the ability to drink a bottle of gin while shooting a machine gun. Impressive stuff. So we are, of course, relocating. To the next campfire. Why? Because we gotta. Alright, what's up, boss? Remember this? Chainsaw, chainsaw, chainsaw. Let's go. Just swallowing everything up in the jaws of the chainsaw. So this game definitely has some like survival vibes to it, right? It's got like a certain darkness to it, right? The game's very light and dark, right? Like with the lighting effects. But there's also a little bit of like Contra to it as well, which is awesome. All right, maximum health. Yeah. Good time to take that. And down goes the boss, and that will complete the run here, folks. So stage 3 of 3 is clear. Lovely, and you can see the kind of the final stats of your gun based on the choices that you made, right? So we went with sleight of hand. Reloading time decreased by 120%. So you can see there we took 4 silver upgrades, 3, what is that, gold? Yeah, 3 gold. So you can kind of see how your kit overall came together. So I think that's a pretty cool feature. Heavy bullets, damage up by 45%, but fire rate down by 22.5%. However, our fire rate, so that's a 19% increase there. And then fast draw was another 20% increase, minus 10% damage, right? So it kind of evens out, but you look at your final stats here, 3 through 9 damage, 10.9 bullets per second, and of course we had the 6 projectiles. A crit chance at 49%. 1 for piercing, which did just fine with the rate of fire that we overall had. Decent run speed, walk speed as well. So that is When the Light Dies here, folks. And now that we have completed level 1, I believe you can actually do a new run. Yeah, so you got difficulty level 2 unlocked now. And I think this is all that's currently available, just the Survive the Night mode. I'm not sure what the highest difficulty level is, but I mean, enemy wavelength is plus 10% now. And another thing, I also did take the liberty of getting the repeater rifle unlocked. So you can see the damage here, 1.2 bullets per second, so it's literally, excuse me, like a sniper rifle, right? So you could probably do like a crit build with this, I would think, and probably piercing as well. So if you are enjoying this game and you're liking this game, please do let me know in the comment section, right? I wouldn't be closed off to another run. I mean, why not do a repeater rifle run, right? Why not? We can certainly try it, but, you know, that's going to depend on you. Let me know in the comment section that's something that you'd be interested in checking out. As far as the upgrades go, obviously with our big win there, we do have a bunch of currency to spend, so let's just take a quick peek on this. In my first episode, we didn't have the humpback whale unlocked. Well, we do now. And basically, these are passive recovery of some of your stats. So health recovery, you have stamina recovery, sanity, temperature. Rather than perishing, recover a small amount of health. I mean, that definitely has some utility, but it's really expensive too. And of course, the ranger here. So this is those little icons on the map that tell you where the next campfire is, right? I think what we have now is pretty good. Don't really need to spend too much more here. The merchants start each run with water, so that's interesting to me. Chance to find meat when scavenging, that's interesting as well. And then coffee as well. So I'm kind of interested in that. So start each run with water. Let's do it. Chance to find meat. Let's do it. Lantern oil. Let's do it. And coffee. Yes. So now we can add... so coffee and meat have been added to what's possible to scavenge in the game, which is pretty cool. Chance to find an extra item when scavenging. I mean, could be decent. What else do we have here? Unlock a second ability slot. So that's acquired. Third ability slot as well, acquired. Fourth ability slot. Allows an ability to be banned when leveling up. Banned abilities will stop appearing. That's interesting. Allows abilities to be re-rolled. We got that. Unlocks a second re-roll. Do we like that? Maybe. The Night Owl. Unlock a second ability improvement. Allows abilities to be improved when leveling up. I'm not sure what the functionality of that is. If anybody knows, do let me know, but I haven't really had success in quote-unquote improving abilities while leveling up. Then we have the humpback whale. Yeah, let's do lucky find. Why not? And I think we're pretty much tapped out on currency for right now. So that's about it here, folks. I'm going to end the video there. But like I said, if you are enjoying this game and you want to see another run of it, I'd be happy to do another run, but like I said, that depends on you. Let me know in the comments box below. Obviously, the repeater rifle would be the ideal weapon of choice for another run. I did want to showcase the machine gun because it's a different way to play this game, right? It's a different experience. Last time we had the shotgun. It had to be a little more mobile. The machine gun kind of feels like Contra, right? And if you like this game, it is in early access here on the channel. Well, on Steam, I should say. And you can find a link to the game in the description box of the video. Just click on down there. It's real cheap. Give it a shot. You know, support this developer if you like this game. And I think just in closing, I'm kind of excited to see where this game goes. I mean, I think it's got a lot of potential. It's a really fun game. I think if we get more... If we get different enemies, we get different characters, we get different armaments, maybe a weapon upgrade system, things like that. Maybe different bosses, maybe different landscapes. Maybe we can take kind of looting to the next level, right? I think all of those things are sensible choices for this game moving forward. But, you know, do let me know your thoughts, and I'd be interested to hear from you. So with that said, folks, I do appreciate your viewership. Thank you so much. I'm going to end the video here. We'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.